Hello and welcome back to All Around with Alicia. I'm Alicia. Today I wanted to share with you a DIY project for a Pioneer Woman inspired fall decor. This happens to be a pumpkin garland I found from Walmart. It was under $6. I loved it because it was very plain and natural looking. I feel like since I started decorating more with Pioneer Woman florals that my fall decor probably would be a little tacky if it was all orangey. So I wanted to find something that was kind of pumpkin, but I could also incorporate the florals of Pioneer Woman designs. So I lucked out when I found this garland, and the idea was that I'm going to apply some of her floral fabric to the edges of the pumpkin. So we keep kind of the neutral brown look in the middle, and then we have the floral design on the side. So what I was doing here is just tracing the shape of a pumpkin on a piece of paper to use as a stencil or a template for the pieces that I need to cut out of the fabric. This is one of the fabric bundles that I purchased. It was from Walmart, and I think it was about $6, also at least under $7, somewhere between $5 and $7. This fabric bundle came with several colors, which I really loved. I ended up using I don't remember what her patterns are called, but I used the teal with the red flower and the white with the red flower for my longer pumpkin shape, and then I used the teal polka dot and another blue and white fabric, which I'll show you here. I used those for the shorter pumpkins. So basically for the taller pumpkins, I'm going to cut out 3 pieces from the fabric, and for the shorter pumpkins, I'm going to cut out 4 pieces from the fabric. And I may end up having a little bit extra, but that's fine. I just want to make sure I have enough sides and edges to kind of play with it before I actually stick it onto the garland, just to see how I want it to lay out in the end. So now I'm just going to trace the stencils onto the back side of the fabric. That way we don't necessarily see the pen marks. And so I'm just going to continue tracing my pumpkins onto each of the different fabric patterns that I picked out. Next, I'm going to be cutting the pieces out of the fabric. So here I am laying out each of the shapes that I cut out of the fabric, just so I could have them handy in order to apply them to the pumpkin garland. So in order to get the fabric cut to the right size that I needed, I went ahead and placed the whole fabric on top of the pumpkin shape, and the center of it is raised a little bit. So I was kind of feeling with my finger to press down as a guide and mark it on the edges where it dropped down. That way I could get the right size of fabric for the left and the right side of the pumpkin. And now I'm just going to go through and cut the pieces off that I need. In this case, I'm using the white, and I'm going to be using it on the right-hand side of my pumpkin shape. And then I'm going to use the teal floral print for the left side. And I'll just be using Mod Podge in order to get it to stick. Once you set the fabric, you will still have a few seconds to be able to stretch and pull it and press out any bumps. It's totally fine if the fabric is a little bit smaller or even a little bit longer. I think it just adds to the rustic look of it. So I was really having fun with this project, and it really didn't take very long to finish, and it also was not very expensive. Let me know down below if you think this is something that you might like to try. Now I'm just going to go through each one and cut off any excess fabric from the edges. Now the final step is to just finish off the edges and make everything look nice and clean. So I'm going to be using this rough grit sandpaper and sanding from the top down. Doing this is going to sort of brush away any extra fabric overhang and make it fit the wooden pumpkin shape better. And here's my finished project. As you can see, it's got some color and it's got a little bit of the natural tone of the wood, and I think they look so adorable. You could totally add some kind of ribbon to this to make it look shabby chic, but here it is in my living room. I liked it kind of just basic like this. Thank you for watching.